Little Lucas was running toward the street. From the other side, a speeding truck was coming straight toward him. Lucas had no idea how close he was to death. In the most upscale part of the city, a lavish party was in full swing. Daniel Brooks, the biggest businessman in the city, was laughing with his friends, but the most precious treasure in his life had slipped out of his sight, his 5-year-old son, Lucas. Little Lucas ran outside the party, chasing a colorful balloon. He was running toward the street. From the other side, a speeding truck was heading straight toward him. Lucas had no idea how close he was to death. At that moment, a girl sitting on the corner of the sidewalk suddenly jumped up. Her clothes were torn, her hair was messy, and her face was covered in dust. Her name was Emma. Emma had been sleeping on the streets for the past 2 years. Without thinking about her own life, she rushed forward, shoved Lucas away, and pushed him safely toward the other side of the road. The truck rushed past, barely missing Emma's legs. Lucas was crying, but he was safe. Chaos broke out outside the party. Daniel ran out in a panic. He saw a dirty, homeless girl holding his son. Daniel's face turned red with anger. He shoved Emma hard. "Stay away from my son! How dare you touch him!" Emma fell to the ground. "Sir, he was about to get hit by the truck. I just saved him." Just then, Sophia Grant arrived. Sophia was a wealthy and arrogant woman who wanted to marry Daniel. She shouted loudly, "She's lying! Daniel, look at her clothes! She must have been trying to kidnap Lucas. People like her will do anything for money." A crowd gathered around. People started yelling at Emma. "Call the police! This girl tried to steal the child!" Tears filled Emma's eyes. "No, I'm telling the truth. Ask Lucas." But Lucas was so frightened he couldn't say anything. He just kept crying. The police arrived and grabbed Emma. Daniel said angrily, "Take her away and find out who else she's working with." Emma was taken to the police station. For hours they questioned her. "Who sent you? How much money were you planning to demand for Lucas?" the inspector shouted. Emma kept repeating the same thing. "I saved him. I saved him." The next day, Daniel arrived at the police station. He was about to yell at Emma when suddenly his secretary rushed in holding a tablet. "Sir, look at this. It's CCTV footage from a nearby shop." Daniel watched the video and his heart sank. The footage clearly showed Lucas standing in the middle of the road while the truck was speeding toward him. Then Emma jumped in without thinking, risking her life to save him. Daniel saw how instead of protecting herself, she pulled the child close to her chest. Tears filled Daniel's eyes. "What have I done? I treated the girl who gave my son a second life like a criminal." Daniel immediately went to see Emma. She was sitting in the corner behind the jail bars, trembling. "Emma, please forgive me," Daniel said, his voice shaking. "I treated you terribly." Emma looked up. There was no anger in her eyes, only sadness. "I thought saving a life didn't have a price, but maybe my poverty is my biggest mistake." Right then and there, Daniel had Emma released. But Sophia didn't like any of this. She was afraid Daniel's sympathy for Emma was growing. So Sophia came up with a plan. She invited Emma to her house and secretly slipped her expensive diamond necklace into Emma's old bag. Then she started shouting, "My necklace is gone! Emma stole my necklace!" Daniel was there too. Sophia yelled, "See, Daniel, people like her never change. You got her out of jail and she repaid you by stealing." Emma's bag was searched. The necklace was inside. Sophia smiled coldly. "Now hand her over to the police again." But Daniel wasn't the same man anymore. He looked at Emma's face. She was silent. "Emma, did you steal this?" Daniel asked softly. "No, sir. I might starve, but I'm not a thief," Emma replied firmly. Daniel turned to Sophia. "Sophia, do you know there are cameras in every corner of my house, even in the guest room?" Sophia's face turned pale. Daniel played the footage on his phone. It clearly showed Sophia placing the necklace inside Emma's bag. "Get out of here, Sophia, and never come near my family again," Daniel thundered. Daniel knew he could never repay Emma for what she had done, but he could change her life. He gave Emma a place to stay in his home. He bought her new clothes and gave her a good job in his company's office. Emma worked incredibly hard and gave everything to her work. A few months later, Emma looked completely different. She was no longer the homeless girl in torn clothes. She had become a confident, beautiful, and successful woman. One evening, Daniel hosted a small gathering at his house. Lucas was holding Emma's hands and dancing with her. Lucas believed Emma was his guardian angel. Daniel walked over to Emma. "Emma, that night, you didn't just save Lucas, you saved me too. You taught me that a person's true identity isn't their bank balance, it's their soul." Emma smiled gently. "Sir, humanity lives inside everyone. Sometimes it just needs a shock to wake it up." Daniel slowly knelt down and held Emma's hand. "Emma, would you like to become part of this home? Will you become Lucas's mother and my partner in life?" Silence fell across the entire party. Tears of happiness filled Emma's eyes. She slowly nodded. Lucas ran forward and hugged both of them. Today, Emma and Daniel are married. Emma now runs the city's largest orphanage and shelter for the homeless. She helps every person the world has rejected and treated like trash. And often, she goes back to the same sidewalk where she once used to sit. She feeds the people there and gives them hope.